All right, OG School, gather round. If you were here for 2021, you know what's up. And if you're new here, well, you're about to find out. This is your veteran's guide to what's happening right now, because we are deep in a meme coin super cycle. The rules from the last war, they might not save you this time. So let's gear up and get into it. And hey, that is not an exaggeration. I mean, look around. Bitcoin's already smashed its all-time high. Solana's on absolute fire. And there is so much more cash just sitting on the sidelines this time. The tools are faster, the money's deeper, and the FOMO, oh man. The FOMO is about to hit levels we have never, ever seen before. This is not just another bull run. This is a whole different animal. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to unpack the absolute madness of this current cycle. Then we'll take a hard look back at 2021, our brutal teacher. From there, we'll lay down some survival rules, build a real practical playbook you can use today, and we'll wrap up with the one mindset that's going to separate the winners from the wrecked. To figure out how to play this market, we first have to go back. We have to study the scars from the last one. You got to remember, 2021 was a total fever dream. Unbelievable gains, yeah, but also catastrophic losses. Every single lesson was paid for in blood, sweat, and a whole lot of liquidated accounts. Do you remember this ride? It all started with Elon's tweets sending Dogecoin to places nobody thought was possible. Then came that wild summer of clones, SafeMoon, HODLing, you name it. A few people got rich, but most got rugged into oblivion. And just when you thought the pain was done, boom, the entire market got nuked by Terra Luna and then FTX collapsing, which threw us all into a long, cold crypto winter. Just look at this number for a second, $90 billion. At its peak, Dogecoin, a coin that started as a joke, had a market cap bigger than some of the biggest companies in the world. It was a wake-up call that the old rules of value just didn't apply anymore. Pure hype, pure story, could drive things to places that just seemed impossible. And that number, it created this insane emotional whiplash. The highs were just pure uncut euphoria. You'd wake up to 1000x. Your phone would be blowing up with screenshots from friends who just paid off their student loans. But the lows? Man, the lows were absolutely brutal. 95% drops, discords just going silent overnight. And that pride you felt for having diamond hands suddenly turned into this deep, sick regret of being a bag holder. And look, I'll be the first to tell you, I made every single mistake you could make. I sold my winners way too early because I was scared, and I held my losers all the way to zero because of some stupid hope. I got wrecked. But every single one of those screw-ups was a lesson. And those lessons, they're the foundation of the playbook we're about to build right now. Okay, so let's get into the real meat of it, the core principles. These aren't just theories from some book. These are hard-won rules for survival, forged in the fire of that nasty 2022 bear market. This is how you play in the madness, without letting it eat you alive. First things first, you have to understand what you're actually buying here. Meme coins are not stocks, okay? There are no earnings reports, no fundamentals. They are just containers for human emotion. They run on this powerful cocktail of good vibes, raw greed, and the fear of missing out. You're not trading a company. You are trading a crowd. And the speed of that crowd has changed big time. What used to take weeks to play out on Ethereum back in 2021, now it happens in a few hours on Solana. With platforms like Pump.Fun, a coin can literally be born and go to the moon in a single day. The feeling is the same, that euphoria, but the timeline is so compressed now, which makes it way more intense and way more dangerous. And that brings us to the single most important rule, the one thing that will keep you in this game. If you held everything to the top in 2021, chances are you rode it all the way back down. If you sold everything at your first 2x, you missed out on life-changing money. The answer, the key, is somewhere in the middle. And here's what that looks like in the real world. This is the tiered selling strategy. Simple. Once your coin does a 5 or 10x, you sell just enough to get your initial investment back. That's it. Now you're playing with house money, zero risk. As it keeps climbing, you keep selling off little chunks, building up your cash. You're locking in real, actual profit. But, and this is key, you never sell all of it. That last 10 to 20%, that is your moon bag. This is the little piece you just let ride, no matter what. It quiets that little voice in your head that says, what if? And it lets you catch those absolutely insane 1000x runs without risking all your capital. It's how you take profits without killing your own FOMO. Okay, we've got the rules of engagement down. Now, let's put together your actual battle plan. This is your portfolio, your essential tools, and the mindset you have to make it all work. First up, allocation. Now look, this is not financial advice, okay? But a pretty solid model is to anchor most of your portfolio, say 60%, in the big dogs. The meme coins with huge communities, huge liquidity, like a Doge, a SHIB, or a whiff. Then you use that other 40% for the wild stuff, the degen plays, the new launches. This way, you balance some stability with that explosive potential. Next, your toolkit. This stuff is non-negotiable. You need a fast wallet like Phantom for Solana. You need Dex Screener and Bird Eye to watch charts and check data. You absolutely 100% need to use rug checking tools before you buy anything new. If you've got any serious bags, get a hardware wallet. Don't mess around. And most important of all, have a written exit strategy before you even think about clicking buy. All right, this brings us to the final word. And honestly, it's the most crucial piece of this whole thing. You can have the best plan, the best tools, but none of it means anything if your head's not on straight. In this market, you can be one of two people. You can be the emotional ape who just chases every pump, revenge trades after a loss, and then holds his bags all the way down to zero. Or you can be the OG player. The OG follows a plan, the OG takes profits, the OG manages risk above absolutely everything else. You have to decide right now which one you're going to be. And as you're scrolling through Twitter and Telegram, please burn this into your brain. You are going to see a never-ending parade of winners. The 100x screenshots, the new car, the I quit my job post. But for every single one of those, there are hundreds, maybe thousands, of silent losers who got completely wrecked. Don't let someone else's highlight reel become your strategy. When it's all said and done, it really just comes down to this. The goal isn't just to get rich, it's to stay sane. No trade, no coin is worth your mental health. Locking in profits, taking some off the table, that's what lets you sleep at night. It's what lets you walk away from the charts and live your life. It's what ensures you'll be here to play another day. So there you have it, the hard-won lessons from the last war, all updated for this crazy new battlefield. The playbook is in your hands. The only question left is, when the chart is going vertical and the hype feels like the loudest thing in the world, are you going to have the discipline to actually use it?